Top 10 underrated action manhwa you should read. Before we start, listen carefully. If your favorite manhwa is on this list, respect handshake. But if your favorite isn't here, or if you think one of these doesn't deserve to be on this list, pause the video and tell me in the comments. This is my personal list of underrated action manhwa, not popularity-based, not hype-based, just pure action that deserves more attention. Let's begin. Number 10, Trinity Wonder. I'm starting with Trinity Wonder because this manhwa quietly disappeared, and that's a crime. This follows Kong Tae-san, a boy born in a hidden warrior world where strength is everything. When multiple worlds collide, Tae-san ends up in the modern world, a place where monsters, hunters, and superhuman battles happen in public. What I like here is how fast the action starts. There's no endless setup. Characters fight early, often, and aggressively. If you like action that doesn't waste time and blends modern combat with fantasy power, I genuinely recommend reading this on Webtoon. Number 9, Burning Effect. This one is criminally underrated. Burning Effect follows Seo Jin, a boy growing up in a city controlled by gangs, violence, and underground power struggles. As he's pulled deeper into this world, he doesn't suddenly become a hero. He becomes dangerous. What makes this manhwa special is how real the fights feel. No flashy power-ups. Every punch hurts. Every victory costs something. If you enjoy raw, street-level action, you can read Burning Effect on Webtoon. And trust me, don't skip this. Number 8, Peerless Dad. I'm recommending Peerless Dad because it's way more than people give it credit for. This follows No Gajang, a former top-tier martial artist who only wants to raise his kids peacefully. The problem? His past as a monster in the martial world refuses to stay buried. What makes the action satisfying is that the main character is already strong, but every fight is about protecting, not proving. If you want grounded martial arts action with real stakes, you can read this on Webtoon. Number 7, Red Storm. Red Storm deserves far more respect than it gets. This follows Yulian Provoke, a boy raised in a brutal desert tribe where weakness means death. Through relentless training, war, and loss, Yulian grows into a warrior capable of reshaping nations. The action here isn't just duels, it's armies, strategies, and large-scale battles. If you enjoy action mixed with warfare and world building, I strongly recommend reading this on Webtoon. Number 6, The Sword of Glory. This is one of those manhwa people rarely mention, but action fans should. It follows a lone swordsman climbing through the brutal hierarchy of the martial world, fighting stronger enemies with nothing but skill and determination. The fights are fast, lethal, and straight to the point. If you like old-school martial arts action without distractions, The Sword of Glory is worth checking out. Number 5, The Undefeatable Swordsman. This one is underrated despite how clean the action is. It follows Sung Woo Moon, a boy born with broken meridians who later awakens terrifying sword talent. Instead of flashy nonsense, the story focuses on growth through combat. Every fight feels earned, and the swordplay is satisfying. You can read this one on Webtoon, and if you love sword-based action, don't skip it. Number 4, Warble. This manhwa is seriously slept on. It follows Jaehyun, a boy dragged into a world where humans fight gods, monsters, and divine beings. The power system is unique, and every battle escalates the stakes. What I enjoy here is that fights feel chaotic and unpredictable. If you want action that doesn't follow the usual formula, Warble is available on Webtoon. Number 3, Gosu. Yes, Gosu is popular, but it's still underrated for how insanely good the action is. It follows Gang Ryong, a disciple trained by a legendary master, now walking the martial world to settle unfinished business. The combat choreography is some of the best in manhwa, fluid, explosive, and skill-based. If you haven't read Gosu, you can find it on Webtoon, and it absolutely deserves your time. Number 2, Mujang. Mujang is for people who like realistic, brutal action. It follows Song Wool, a boy born into poverty who survives war and bloodshed by climbing the military ranks through sheer combat ability. No powers, no fantasy, just violence, ambition, and survival. If you want action that feels harsh and grounded, Mujang is a must-read. Number 1, Hellper. And my number 1 most underrated action manhwa is Hellper. This follows Gwangnam, a rebellious man who dies and wakes up in a chaotic afterlife ruled entirely by strength and hierarchy. The fights are insane. The art is unique. The world is unlike anything else. If you read only one manhwa from this list, read Hellper on Naver Webtoon. Now tell me, which manhwa on this list doesn't deserve to be here? And which underrated action manhwa should I recommend? This is Allied Verse. I'll see you in the next one. Fire oncoming fist.